Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie rightly said, "Many stories matter. Stories have been used to dispossess and to malign, but stories can also be used to empower and to humanize. Stories can break the dignity of a people, but stories can also repair that broken dignity." My name is Chisom, aka Chisom the Lamp Holder, and you are welcome to my channel, a place where stories reveal meaning and reality receives form. Beyond the story you will hear, let your imagination travel a time lived by people like you and I. Dear Diary, I was sitting in the corner of the dimly lit restaurant when I felt a chill that seemed to come from somewhere else. The week had been long and tiring. There was no strength left to get home and make anything to eat. You know, the typical life of a single Nigerian lady living in Lagos. My mom had called earlier in the day, asking when her future son-in-law was coming. How incredulous was that? I had a 3 million naira project on my hands, run by the company I had set up, and all my mom wanted to know was when a man was coming home with me to marry me. There was no way I could tell her I had turned celibate, even by mistake. She would have had my hide after that. I shivered again, and this time it lasted longer. These past few months had been crazy. Starting from the thought my heart constantly produced to the chill that coursed through my entire being. If I wasn't a believer and into horoscopes, I would have described it as a deja vu feeling. Well, the Bible did say that the invisible moved the visible. The Bible. I could hardly remember the last time I flipped these pages for study or a simple fellowship with God since I started on the project. And to think God had given me the entire idea for the project. I wanted to draw close to God, yet each day was becoming more taxing and demanding. I didn't even have time for myself any longer. My fellowship with God could have gone down the drain with my being around other believers. I had not been in church in 3 months. That is not even an understatement. My mind drifted to the young man Zika, who was trying to get my attention as much as I was avoiding him by all means possible. I would soon drown from having flowers, gift cards, chocolates and wine sent to me every other week. He was insistent and had a field day pulling down the walls I had so sturdily built around me like it was nothing. I couldn't have him feeling my heart the way he was, but I was helpless. You know, I was still the Indaboski, strong girl who would not fall like an overripe orange. Well, the waiter brought my usual Chinese rice, salad, and turkey wings. I had asked for a glass of wine because although it had been a long week, I was in a celebratory spirit. Just when I dug into my dinner, I could feel a shadow standing over me. I thought it was the waiter who had served me. Lo and behold, it was no other than Zika, dressed in a red Lauren polo and a blue jean trouser on black kicks. He was even more handsome than ever in a comfy outfit than the suits I was used to seeing him in. Or I am mistaken. He was breathtaking no matter what he had on. My undoing was when he turned that signature smile of his on me. His eyes creased ever so softly, his dimple flashing like a flag on both sides of his cheeks, his eyebrows raised slightly comical. If it were possible for my thoughts to be hanging over my head, everyone in the restaurant would have seen me practically pleading for God to help me because my heart was fluttering like butterflies in coupling season. Before I could say Jack, he had dutifully taken the seat across from me and chatted away as if I had invited him to join me. To make matters worse, he signaled the waiter and placed his order. Even though my heart was screaming 1,000 no, or maybe it was the Holy Spirit giving me warnings and signals, I let him join me. There was no harm, right? The night was beautiful. Small talks, laughter, and a bit of flirting here and there, and my heart was doing a 360-degree flip to no man's land. Ha! I knew I was losing it, but it felt so good. My legs felt like overcooked spaghetti at that instant, so I couldn't even get myself out of the web I had mindlessly spun. The night was young, hearts were merry, and my phone rang. I picked up my phone, and it was my pastor calling. I quickly shut the screen and quietly promised to call him back in the morning. I wasn't exactly in a calm environment to pick up calls. 30 minutes later, my best friend Kara called. I missed all of their calls entirely. In the end, I turned off my phone. I turned my focus back on Zika, thinking it's best for me not to overthink for once and enjoy the moment. Every discipline I had was flying out the window in succession. I thought I could control myself outside of the Holy Spirit, and what wishful thinking that was. Deep into the conversation, I figured he loved God. Ha! Yes, he isn't like all the other brothers you probably know, but I could tell he had an affinity for God. Just like parents have children with different personalities, God has the same. He was just different, but he is still God's child too. As Zika led me to the dance floor, just before he brushed his lips slightly on mine, I knew nobody could know about this. It was wrong on all sides, but felt right at the same time. It was just a kiss. Or could it have led to more? He was so careful and quick to stop when I asked him to. He has the Holy Spirit, right? I know I said no, gents. Maybe not Zika. He has filled my mind. Or is it my flesh talking? Ha, God I beg. Stories are like airplanes, taking us to places we have or have never been before. I hope you enjoyed the journey. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I love to see your likes and comments. Keep it coming. Stay blessed.